What a perfect moment for Kylian Mbappe after returning back from injury to still close the gap on FC Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga to still 4 points. The perfect moment, the greatest moment, the finest moment in the Spanish La Liga. The leagues is just getting interesting. And RC Lens dominating against Nice in the French League 1, leading the French League 1 table ahead of Paris Saint-Germain with just a single point. In the English Premier League, Manchester City also closed the gap on Arsenal to 2 points. In the German Bundesliga, FC Bayern drew 2-2 at home. Perfect moment, greatest moment, full of smiles, tears, pain in the German Bundesliga, in the French League 1, in the Italian Serie A. Who is going to dominate the 2025-2026 leagues across all the top 5 European leagues? Which one of the teams has 99.9% chance of winning the league in the 2025-2026 season? Is it going to be the moment for Arsenal in the English Premier League? Is it going to be the moment for FC Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga? Is it going to be the moment for RC Lens in the French League 1? Is it going to be the moment for Napoli in the Italian Serie A and AC Milan and Inter Milan in the Italian Serie A? And is it going to be the moment for all the clubs in the top 5 European leagues? FC Bayern, Bayer 04, Leverkusen, Borussia Dortmund. Which one of them is going to secure the 2025 European top 5 leagues? Is it going to be for Arsenal? Is it going to be for FC Barcelona or Real Madrid? Is it going to be for Manchester City or Arsenal or Liverpool? Liverpool won over the weekend, Chelsea won over the weekend. Man City also won over the weekend to close the gap on the Gunners. Who is going to win the league? Which club surprised you? In the French League 1, in the German Bundesliga, in the Italian Serie A, in the Spanish La Liga, and in the English Premier League? Which club surprised you the most? And Aston Villa going down by 2 goals to 0 to win against West Ham United by 3 goals to 2. Exciting moment in the English Premier League. Perfect moment in the English Premier League. Great moment in the English Premier League. And after Kylian Mbappe coming back from injury, securing the 3 maximum points for Real Madrid to still close the gap on FC Barcelona. There is always exciting moments in the Spanish La Liga. There is always a great moment in the Spanish La Liga. There is always a perfect moment in the Spanish La Liga 2025-2026 season. Which one of those leagues excited you over the weekend? Today is Monday. And who is smiling to work and who is crying to work? The Gunners will be smiling. Manchester City will be smiling. Liverpool will be smiling. After long awaited moment for Mohamed Salah, came back in the 28th minute to help Liverpool secure the 3 maximum points on match day 16. On match day 17, FC Barcelona won. Real Madrid also won. Kylian Mbappe, after not getting the chance to play against Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League, came back in the Spanish La Liga match day 17 to help Real Madrid secure the 3 maximum points. And who else can do it? And who else has done it? And who else is doing it back to back? If not Rodrigo. Rodrigo scored against Manchester City and he has scored again this weekend. How is the Spanish La Liga going? How is the English Premier League going? How is the Italian Serie A going? How is the French League 1 going? And how is the German Bundesliga also going? What have you noticed How have you smiled? What sort of happiness did you have over the weekend in all the top five leagues? Which club do you support? Manchester United is yet to play today. And how do you think the game will be? Join the live discussion and let's get interactive. Which game excited you the most? Which game put smiles on your face this weekend? Is it Chelsea winning? Is it Liverpool winning? Is it Manchester City winning? Is it Arsenal winning? Is it FC Barcelona winning? Or is it RC Lens who dominated Nice in a spectacular fashion? Is it that one that put smiles on your face in the French League 1? And in the Italian Serie A, which one put smiles on your face? And Inter Milano doing it in a spectacular fashion in the Italian Serie A. How excited were you over the weekend? Which team do you support? And did your team perform very well over the weekend? Today is Monday. Most will be going to work, most will be going to school, and most will be at home. But how did your weekend go? In all the leagues around the world, how did your weekend go? Did you had a wonderful weekend? Or you never had a wonderful weekend? After getting back from injury, Kylian Mbappe scored a spectacular goal for Real Madrid. Rodrigo added another one and helped Real Madrid secure the 3 maximum points. From the 70th minute, Real Madrid was dominating in the Spanish La Liga. Away from the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, Real Madrid did it once again. After Rodrigo scored against Manchester City, but losing the 3 maximum points because Kylian Mbappe wasn't available, and he came back to help Real Madrid secure the 3 maximum points, to help Real Madrid win on match day 17 in the Spanish La Liga to close the gap on FC Barcelona to 4. Who is going to win the Spanish La Liga? Which club is going to win the English Premier League? Which club is going to win the French League 1? Which club is going to win the Italian Serie A? And which club is going to win the German Bundesliga? FC Bayern started so well in the German Bundesliga season. They won several matches without dropping a single point. But after losing to the Gunners, after losing, that everything has changed in the UEFA Champions League after losing against Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League by 3-1. The German champions have never been the same again. Dropping points back to back, winning matches, but not in a spectacular fashion as they started the league. They started so well in the UEFA Champions League. They started so well in the German Bundesliga. Now they are dropping points back to back over and over and over and over once again. Can the German champions pick up the pieces after several draws in the German Bundesliga, after several draws in the UEFA Champions League, after several losses in the UEFA Champions League? Can the German champions pick up the pieces and start winning matches to put smiles on the faces of their teaming supporters? Who is going to win the league? Which club has 99.9% chance of winning the league this season? Is it going to be the season for Arsenal? Is it going to be the season for Real Madrid or Barcelona or Atletico Madrid? Is it going to be the season for most of the top guns in the English Premier League, in the Spanish La Liga, in the German Bundesliga, in the French League 1, in the Italian Serie A? Which one of these great teams is going to win the league this season? Who? Which one of the clubs that you support has 99.9% chance of making it to Europe and winning the league and being unstoppable? Arsenal is the only club that has not lost a single game in the UEFA Champions League. But in the English Premier League, they are not the same as they started the English Premier League. 2 points behind Manchester City. Same points, 3 points behind Aston Villa. And Aston Villa is doing so well in the English Premier League. Third on the English Premier League table. Chelsea fourth on the English Premier League table. Who is going to win the English Premier League? Which club is going to win the Spanish La Liga? Which club is going to win the French Ligue 1? Which club is going to win the Italian Serie A? And which club is going to win the German Bundesliga? Is it going to be FC Bayern? Is it going to be Manchester City? Is it going to be Barcelona? Is it going to be RC Lens? Or is it going to be, which club do you think is going to win the league? Which club do you think is going to win the league this season in the English Premier League, in the German Bundesliga, in the Italian Serie A, in the French Ligue 1, and in the Spanish La Liga? Which club is going to win it? I know Ash will join my live stream and tell me FC Barcelona will win the Spanish La Liga. And I know a lot of people will also join and tell me Real Madrid is going to win the Spanish La Liga. And I know a lot of people will also join and tell me Arsenal can win the English Premier League. Do you think Arsenal has the strength to dominate in the English Premier League and win it? Do you think it's going to be possible? Do you think the league phase will change the narratives and how people think? The English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, the German Bundesliga, the Italian Serie A, and the French Ligue 1, and the Spanish La Liga. The narrative will change before the end of the season. How do you think the league phase will be? How do you think the league will be for most of the big guns when it comes to the Spanish La Liga, when it comes to the Italian Serie A, when it comes to the German Bundesliga? How do you think the league is going to be 2025-2026 season? How expected are you and the club that you support? Do you think that your club has 99.9% chance of winning the league, or it's not going to be possible for your club? How did your weekend go? Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa, Chelsea. How did your weekend go? Join the live stream. Let's get interactive. Were you excited when Arsenal won? Were you excited when Chelsea won? Were you excited when Man City won? Were you excited when Liverpool also won? How did your weekend go? In the Spanish league, Kieran Fletcher, what a great weekend of football. Spectacular weekend. I never expected all these wins in the top 5 leagues in the world. A moment of joy for Real Madrid, a moment of joy for FC Barcelona, a moment of joy for Arsenal fans, a moment of joy for Liverpool, for Man City, for Aston Villa. Perfect moment for Aston Villa. And Newcastle United losing to Sunderland. Were you surprised? Were you surprised Newcastle United lost? Newcastle United is one of the best clubs in the English Premier League. But they lost to Sunderland by 1-0. And Aston Villa defeating West Ham by 3 goals to 2. Were you excited or were you surprised over the weekend? Kieran Fletcher is saying Newcastle United fans must be very sad, right? I'm telling you, they had the chance of winning the game. They played so well, but Sunderland and Leeds United have really surprised most of the fans in the English Premier League. They came from the Championship and they are dominating in the top flight English Premier League. If Leeds United doesn't draw, it's not going to be a win for any team. If Sunderland doesn't win, it will be a draw. Sunderland have done so well in the English Premier League this season. And it's so much, it has so much joy When you sit glued to your seat watching TV or watching live games, and you realize Sunderland is playing so well this season, Leeds United is playing so well this season, and Wolves will definitely be relegated in the English Premier League 2025-2026. They started so well in the English Premier League. Last season they were good. This season they've been awful, losing to Arsenal, losing to Manchester United, and they've lost most of the English Premier League games. They have less points in the English Premier League this season. How did your weekend go? If you are a Liverpool fan, if you are a Manchester City fan, if you are a Newcastle United fan, Newcastle United is just crying this weekend, losing this weekend to Sunderland by 1-0. And Aston Villa, after going down by 2-0, surprising results for Bayern. Yes, they went down by 2-1. If not the red card, it could have been a loss to FC Bayern. And this season hasn't been so good after losing to Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League. FC Bayern hasn't been the same over again. And Vincent Kompany, I know he will turn things around for FC Bayern, but the draws and the losses in the German Bundesliga is becoming too much for them. But do you think FC Bayern, Kieran Fletcher, do you think FC Bayern will come back to their best in the German Bundesliga after the 2-2 draw? Do you think they will come back to their best? And Harry Kane is doing so well in the German Bundesliga. But Erling Haaland, one of the finest strikers in the world at the moment, he scored, and Kylian Mbappe also scored. Last week, Harry Kane scored. This week, Kylian Mbappe came back from injury, and then he scored again in 27 matches. In 27 matches for Erling Haaland, he has scored 35 goals for both club and country. 16 goals in the English Premier League. Can anyone stop Haaland from scoring? 16 goals in the English Premier League, 35 goals for both club and country in 27 matches. Haaland is doing so well in the top flight leagues in the world. Do you think Haaland is the best striker in the world, or do you think Kylian Mbappe is the best striker in the world? And do you think Harry Kane is also the best striker in the world? These are the three top best strikers you can ever find in the top flight leagues in the world. In the top 5 European leagues, in the English Premier League, is Haaland. Yes, they will come back to their best. Bayern are very strong in this season. They will win the Bundesliga, DFB Pokal, and then German straight away. Kieran Fletcher. Thank you so much for giving me this tactical analysis. FC Bayern will come back to their best, and I know they will be spectacular. They will be in a great. They will have a great season. They will have a great season. FC Bayern will definitely have a great season. Trust me, FC Bayern will definitely have it. Kieran Fletcher, what do you think about Man City in the English Premier League? Can they win it ahead of Arsenal? Or can Arsenal win the English Premier League? And where do you think Manchester United will be? Is it in the top 4 or not in the top 4 this season? How do you think the weekend went for Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, and Aston Villa? Aston Villa went down by 2-0 against West Ham, and they came back to win by 3-2 in the English Premier League. And the surprising moment was the surprising moment in the English Premier League was Sunderland versus West Ham. Was Sunderland versus Newcastle United. That is the most surprising English Premier League game. Sunderland winning by 1-0 against Newcastle United. I wasn't that surprised. Newcastle United lost because Sunderland played very well. The season has just started. The season is just one of the most beautiful moments you can ever find in the 2025-2026 top flight European leagues. It has always been one of the greatest moments in the English Premier League, in the Spanish La Liga, in the French Ligue 1, in the Italian Serie A, and in the German Bundesliga. Yes, Man City can definitely win the Premier League. They are proving a lot, and now they have themselves in the title race. Kieran Fletcher, thank you so much. And of course, Haaland scores more goals. Haaland has 16 goals in the English Premier League, 35 goals in 27 matches for both club and country. And Kylian Mbappe is also doing so well after coming back from injury. Kylian Mbappe is doing so well in the Spanish La Liga. And in the German Bundesliga, Haaland is also doing so well. In all the top 5 leagues in the world, the top strikers in the world, in the top 5 European leagues, have all done so well this season. Can Haaland win the European Golden Boot? Or can Kylian Mbappe win it once again? Or can Harry Kane win it this season? Kieran Fletcher, do you think Haaland, Harry Kane, and Kylian Mbappe, which one of them will win the European Golden Boot this season? That Real Madrid result has probably saved Xavi Alonso's household job. I'm telling you. And Xavi Alonso's job was saved yesterday. Had it been that they lost, he would be sacked. And I know he knows that his job is on the pipeline. Anything can happen and he can lose his job. Anything this season can happen. I'm good. Anything at all can happen this season and he can lose his job. He is just protecting his job. And Rodrigo saved him yesterday again after scoring against Manchester City. He did it again yesterday, and it was a beautiful moment. It was one of the best moments for Xavi Alonso to secure his job at the end of the day. Rodrigo has done so well. The reason why he has not been sold to any other club is this reason. And I think Xavi Alonso should pair Kylian Mbappe and Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. to make sure things turns around for Real Madrid this season. I think Kane will win the European Golden Boot. The only thing that might stop him is that in the Bundesliga there is 34 games. You have a point. You have a point. And in the Spanish La Liga, it's always ahead of the German Bundesliga. And it's always ahead of the English Premier League unless he scores more goals. After the 34 matches comes to an end in the German Bundesliga, unless he scores more goals that can enable him win the European Golden Boot. Aside that, it will either be for Haaland or it will either be for Kylian Mbappe. The European Golden Boot award will definitely go to one of these 3 players, but unless Kane scores more goals ahead of Haaland and ahead of Mbappe. Because Mbappe is trying so well to catch up with lots of goals in the top flight European leagues. Anything can happen this season. Anything can happen in 2026 unless Harry Kane scores a lot of goals to close the gap. Either than that, it will go for Harry Kane or it will go to Haaland. Kylian Mbappe won it in 2025. Can Haaland win it in 2026? Or can Harry Kane win it in 2026? But the best predator of goals has always been Haaland, scoring back-to-back for Norway and scoring in the English Premier League and doing it in the UEFA Champions League. Who else can stop Haaland? Who else can stop Mbappe? And who else can stop Harry Kane in the top 5 European leagues? Which one of these 3 players has 99% of winning the European Golden Boot award? Will it go for Harry Kane? Will it go for Mbappe? Or will it go to Haaland? These three players are the best you can find in the top 5 European leagues. It's always the moment for Kylian Mbappe. It's always the moment for Harry Kane. It's always the moment for Haaland. Kieran Fletcher, do you think Mbappe coming back from injury has really helped Real Madrid? He couldn't get the chance to play in the UEFA Champions League and Man City winning against Real Madrid, but he had the chance to play on match day 17 for Real Madrid. Do you think that Kylian Mbappe's return has really helped Xavi Alonso? What if he got the chance to play against Real Madrid? Do you think he could have scored? And Ash is so happy that Real Madrid lost and Barcelona. Ash is so happy Barcelona won and Real Madrid won. He is not happy Real Madrid won, but he is happy Barcelona won. But there is always going to be a moment of happiness in the Spanish La Liga, in the English Premier League, in the German Bundesliga, and in the French League 1, in the Italian Serie A. And RC Lens is the best club so far this season. After Kylian Mbappe, after hey, hi, I'm good. All right. Okay. In the Spanish La Liga, it's always Real Madrid, it's always Barcelona, and in the Spanish La Liga, it's always Real Madrid, it's always Barcelona. In the English Premier League, it's always Arsenal, it's always Man City, it's always Liverpool, and it's always Chelsea, and it's always Manchester United. If Manchester United wins, they close the gap and they move to the fifth position in the English Premier League. There's always going to be a spectacular moment against Bournemouth in the English Premier League match day 16. How do you think the game is going to be? Manchester United wants to move to the fifth position and they will do everything possible to make sure the three maximum points at stake is won. That the three maximum points at stake. Yeah, of course, Mbappe only being injured for one game is really important. The people in the background and who live stream with you are very cool and friendly. Yes, they always want to put smile on my face anytime I'm doing my live stream. That is why I always want to do it hoping. So at least they will know the kind of job I do as a journalist, moving to Dubai and making it possible for everyone to be happy when they see my live stream. And one day I'll talk about cricket for Indians to also be happy around. Most of the people around me are Indians and they love cricket. So I'll one day join the live stream and talk about cricket when India is playing. Don't worry, there is so many games, there is so many things that will be coming on board. Boxing, cricket, tennis, a lot will be coming on board, and swimming. Don't worry, and you have lots of smiles when I join the live stream when I'm talking about not only football but tennis, table tennis, swimming, boxing, cricket, and judo. A lot will be coming on board, but we'll be discussing them one after the other. Lots of my friends whom always join my live stream have not been coming again, but we will have more time to have football discussions and you will smile at the end of the day. What you want, I will come and discuss it for you. Perfect moment in the English Premier League, great moment in the Spanish La Liga, wonderful moment in the French League 1, exciting moment in the Italian Serie A, and the most spectacular moment in the German Bundesliga. FC Bayern thinking they could win the three maximum points, but they lost. That is great. Ideas to do more sports like boxing and tennis and more. It's spectacular. And this is one of the ideas I am trying to come on board with. And one after the other, we will discuss it or we will mix it. Talk about it small, talk about this one small, talk about this one small, and move to the next, and move to the next. And it will be great. There will be exciting moments in boxing, in cricket, in judo, in swimming, in tennis. A lot of people like tennis. A lot of people like boxing. And a lot of people It doesn't matter what sports you talk about, you will know. I know you. I will always be there. Thank you so much, Kieran Fletcher. You've always been there for me. Not once, not twice, but it has always been every blessed day. You've always been there for me, putting smiles on my face, making sure whatever I do goes well for me. If not you, where will I be? You shared my channel to a lot of, even if you are talking about horse race, I will be there. And I know you enjoy horse race. Don't worry, a lot of things will be coming on board. Don't worry. And the FIFA World Cup 2026, we will be doing live podcast. Don't worry. You'll be excited. Even if it's not about the African Cup of Nations and it's about the World Cup, you will be excited because a lot of discussions will go on board. A lot of discussions will be happening during the FIFA World Cup, and a lot of discussions will be happening during boxing live match or horse racing or cricket or tennis. You will have a lot of things to talk about. Don't worry. We will have a lot to talk about. And I know you enjoy horse race. Aside football, aside boxing, aside tennis, what I love most, if not football, then it should be tennis. You know, there is a lot of passion when you are watching tennis games. When you are, if not table, when you are watching tennis, you have a lot of joy when you sit down and you watch the racket being smashed. You watch a backhand and a forehand being served. And when you watch cricket, you will be excited. But the only thing when you are watching, you will feel pain when someone you support is losing. It's football and it's tennis. The most painful sport in the world is tennis and football. Because let's say you support someone in who is playing tennis and you realize the person is losing. He was leading and now he's losing. Let's say 6-1, 6-2, 6-3. You will sit down and ask yourself, how come he took the first set and how come he has lost the second set? That is the most painful thing. You will not like to go to a tennis game and watch. And swimming, when you know an European, one European champion. I think football and boxing is a sport I feel pain in. Whoa, Cleon Fletcher, and I also feel pain in tennis and in football. These are the two games I feel so much pain when someone you support, someone you love, and you think is going to win, and he drops points and he loses. That is the sport I feel so much pain. So me, I don't like watching tennis because the moment I'm watching tennis and the one I'm supporting is losing, I don't like it. And if the team I support is also losing, I don't like it. So yesterday, let me tell you one secret, Kieran Fletcher. Yesterday, I slept very early. When I woke up, Real Madrid was leading by 1 goal to 0. Before I could check again, because I went to do something, I came back and it was 1-1. It was very sad for me to watch Anthony Joshua get knocked out by the boys. I really like Joshua. So, you know, that game, that fight was one of the most painful fights I have ever watched. When Joshua lost to the boys, it's one of the most painful fights. I never want to talk about it till date. I never expected Joshua to lose that fight. I never expected Joshua to be knocked out by the boys. I never expected it. And the boys won. And the most painful thing till date that I don't want to even read anything about Anthony Joshua getting a fight is about losing to the boys. That is the most painful fight I have ever watched. That I've ever supported someone who is into boxing and he lost. Till date, I don't want to even check Anthony Joshua's next fight. Till date, I would rather use it to check football or check something about tennis than sit down or go online and read tactical analysis or read something about Anthony Joshua getting his next fight. No, that is one thing I don't want to ever even read. That is one thing I don't want to ever even see. That is the most painful boxing bout I have ever in my entire life had, because I had so much trust on Anthony Joshua to win that belt, but he lost it. And the Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah, also, after sitting out 3 games without playing football, came back and had a wonderful moment for Liverpool. But Kieran Fletcher, the only thing I don't want to even read till date is about Joshua losing that bout to the boys. That is the only thing I don't want to even read up to now. It's one of the most painful things I have ever seen when it comes to boxing. Everyone had so much faith on Anthony Joshua, but he lost it. And till date, those who feel pain Joshua lost are still feeling the pain Joshua lost. But Kieran Fletcher, do you think Anthony Joshua can come back to his best once again? Or you think he should retire from active boxing because he needs to go out for like a year? So if Joshua had to fight, it will be in 2026. If Joshua will fight again, it will be in 2026. But the most painful loss I have ever had in boxing is about Joshua losing to the boys. Kieran Fletcher, do you think Joshua will come back to his best once again? Do you think Joshua will come back to his best once again? Aside Joshua, I don't think I have ever watched a boxing bout that I've ever felt so much pain. I don't think Joshua will become a champion again, but I still think he is good enough to fight against high-level opponents still. You have a point, but coming back to his best is going to be difficult because psychologically, he has lost what made him who he is. Psychologically, he has lost it. But coming back to his best once again, I think he can. But he has lost what made him Anthony Joshua. He has lost it. And for him to come back to his best once again, it will take a lot of sacrifices, a lot of training, a lot to come back to his best. Hey, you good? Yeah, live on YouTube Sports. It's about sports. It's about football, yes. And everything that happens, he has left. He has left me. And most of them, when they Kieran Fletcher, most of them when they come on my live stream, they are always happy. They always think I'm doing TikTok live. But when I tell them it's YouTube live, they get surprised. Why is he not doing TikTok? A lot of funny things happens in TikTok. That is why I stopped doing TikTok live. Because sometimes you go to TikTok, what you want to talk about, those that join the live stream will also be doing funny things. Please stay on YouTube, Junior. I will not move away from YouTube. No. The best moment for me all the time, it has always been on YouTube. And I always need to put smiles on the faces of my fans, especially you, Kieran Fletcher. You have brought this channel this far, and I can't say never. I can't say anything that will put my channel down. No, you are part of those that have brought this channel this far, and I won't move away from YouTube. No, not at all. Even if I'll go live on TikTok, it will be like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and I will be off. But when it comes to YouTube, perfect to all my fans, perfect to all those that have brought so much smiles to my face, perfect moments that has always brought me this far. It's about talking to Kieran Fletcher. It's about talking to Ash. It's about talking to Eba. And it's about talking to most of the fans that has made SATV Sports who what it has to be today. You made me hit 1K on YouTube. You made the channel say the story. Tell me what happened earlier when you went to sleep. It was 1-0. Yes, it was 1-0 Madrid. When I woke up, it was 1-1. Then I said, whoa, Madrid is going to draw again. Then Xavi Alonso will be getting sacked. I slept off again and I woke up. I had a dream that is it 2-1 or is it 1-1 or Madrid lost. And I woke up and Rodrigo has put smiles on every Madridista. And Madrid won by 2-1. Kieran Fletcher, this is one of the most surprising things because you were leading by 1-0 and everyone thought that you will go all the way with 1-0 or it will be 2-1. And off Madrid won by 2-1. This weekend has been the most exciting weekend in the English Premier League, in the German Bundesliga, in the Spanish La Liga, in the Italian Serie A, and in the French League. Napoli won, RC Lens won, and Olympic Marseille against AS Monaco. Great game by all standard. And Mason Greenwood, after leaving Manchester United with all the problems surrounding him, his wife giving birth, his court cases, and Mason Greenwood is back to his best when he was playing for Manchester United. Mason Greenwood is one of the most exciting players who can score with the right foot, who can score with the left foot, who can score with his head, who can score with every part of his body. And he has been great. Since moving to the French League, he has been great. Do you think Manchester United should go back and bring Mason Greenwood? Doing so well in the French League, doing so well ever since he left Manchester United to join Olympic Marseille. Mason Greenwood has been so good. Olympic Marseille has been top notch. Do you think Manchester United should go back and sign? I wonder if Greenwood will be allowed to join the England team if he continues this excellent form. I think England needs him. England needs him more than ever. If not, then he will sign for another country. He will sign and play for another country. And Mason Greenwood has been in great form. Since moving to Olympic Marseille in the French League 1, he was tough in the English Premier League. He became tougher after moving to the French League 1, and he's been spectacular. He's been one of the great players in the French League 1, doing so well for Manchester United and had so much problems on his head, on his shoulder, and left Manchester United to join Olympic Marseille. Olympic Marseille gave Mason Greenwood life. So even if another team comes, it will be very difficult for him to move away from the French League and then join any other team. That will be suicidal for Olympic Marseille, for them to sell one of the most important players they've ever had. And Mason Greenwood has been one of the most important players in the French League. He has done so well. After moving to Olympic Marseille, they've not been off since Greenwood joined. And I think they should give him an improved contract and word of interest for most teams in the top 5 European leagues. Word of interest from the Spanish La Liga, word of interest from the Italian Serie A, word of interest from the German Bundesliga, and word of interest from any club in the world, in the top 5 leagues in the world. They should do that to make sure they keep Mason Greenwood. Without that, if they sell Mason Greenwood, their team will totally be off, because he is more like Mbappe, he is more like Harry Kane, he is more like Haaland. because he can do it over and over and over and over. And Mason Greenwood has been one of the most important players in the in the French League 1. And Kylian Mbappe is dominating in the Spanish La Liga. And Haaland is also dominating in the English Premier League. And in the German Bundesliga, Harry Kane is also dominating it. In the French Ligue 1 is Mason Greenwood. In the German Bundesliga is Harry Kane. And in the English Premier League is Haaland. In the Spanish La Liga, it's always Kylian Mbappe. Do you think Madrid can win the Spanish La Liga, Kieran Fletcher? Do you think Madrid can win the Spanish La Liga 2025-2026 with 4 points behind Barcelona? Do you think Madrid can win the Spanish La Liga? Is it possible or it's not possible, Kieran Fletcher? Do you think Madrid has the chance of winning it? 4 points is not easy. If Barcelona loses a game and Madrid wins, the points gap becomes 1. But will Barca lose a game for Madrid to take charge of the Spanish La Liga? Do you think it's going to be possible? Or do you think it's not possible for Madrid to win the Spanish La Liga? Do you think Barcelona will drop points for Madrid to win the Spanish La Liga? If Madrid wins the Spanish La Liga, then Hansi Flick will be fired because leading the league table, yes, of course, it's possible. Kieran Fletcher is saying it's possible Madrid can win the Spanish La Liga. If he talks, I don't have anything to say because Madrid is doing so well to make sure they catch up with Barcelona. And the second El Clasico in the Spanish La Liga will determine who is going to win. 4 points is not much when there is so much of the league still to go. Kieran Fletcher, you have a point. And Madrid can win against Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga and still close the gap to 1. Madrid has won the first game. There will be twists and turns. I'm telling you, there will be so much twists and turns in the Spanish La Liga this season because it won't be forever for FC Barcelona to still dominate in the Spanish La Liga. No, definitely a team will pick a point from Barcelona, and definitely a team will also win the 3 maximum points against FC Barcelona. There's always going to be a moment when teams will start dropping points in the Spanish La Liga. And Kieran Fletcher is saying Barcelona can drop 3 points, Barcelona can pick a point in a game in the Spanish La Liga, and it will be possible. And it will be possible. Barcelona has their focus not only in the Spanish La Liga, but also in the UEFA Champions League because it's been long they won the UEFA Champions League. And they are having more focus in the UEFA Champions League, and it can drop down. And they have more attention also in the Spanish La Liga. So it will be a twist and turns in the Spanish La Liga and in the German Bundesliga. For Barcelona, for Bayern, for Arsenal, for Napoli, and for Paris Saint-Germain. In this season, RC Lens have proved more points, have proved beyond reasonable doubt that they can win the French Ligue 1 with a point behind league leaders. Paris Saint-Germain has a point behind league leaders. RC Lens, after leading the French Ligue 1, they are a point behind. What a great moment in the French Ligue 1 season. What a great moment in the Italian Serie A. What a great moment in the German Bundesliga. And what a great moment in the English Premier League. Arsenal 2 points behind Manchester City, 3 points behind Aston Villa. Where is the league going to be? Will it go in favor of Man City? Will it go in favor of Liverpool or Chelsea or Man City or Arsenal or Paris Saint-Germain in the French League or RC Lens in the French League or Olympique Marseille in the French League and Napoli, Inter Milan, AC Milan? Big loss for Napoli and draw for Milan means Inter go top. Yes, and Inter won it. It's been a twist and turns in the Italian Serie A. It was a close call for AC Milan and then Napoli. It was a close call for them. Now they've all dropped points in the Italian Serie A, and Inter Milan has now moved back again on the Italian Serie A table. Napoli is off this season. They were spectacular last season, and this season they've been off. But let's see what happens. There is so much league matches that will be played, and Napoli can start picking up the pieces at the end of the season. Let's see who wins the league next season, 2025-2026. Let's see who wins it. It has been a close call, and most football clubs are winning, most football clubs are losing, and most football clubs are dropping points. When it comes to the English Premier League, when it comes to the Spanish La Liga, when it comes to the German Bundesliga, when it comes to the French League, and when it comes to the Italian Serie A, most leagues, most clubs are dropping points. I have to go now. I'll be back once again tonight, and we'll talk about Manchester United versus FC Bournemouth. Who is going to pick the three maximum points and who will drop points? Thank you so much for joining my live stream. I really appreciate your support and your love for me. I really appreciate everything you've done. Take pictures and memories of your life. One moment and your life will change. Another moment and you have your breakthrough. There's always a great moment in life. Never give up. Never, never, never give up in life so easily. One moment and your life will change. Another moment and you have your breakthrough. Whichever picture you take in your life, let it be part of the memories you will ever, forever, and ever remember. Because each picture will tell you where you were and what happened in your life. But without taking pictures and memories about your life, you will never know what is happening ahead of you. I really appreciate the support you've given me this far. Everyone that always join my live stream, I really appreciate the support you always give me. Let's keep on pushing SCTV Sports to reach 1 million streams. I really appreciate you and your advice. Kieran Fletcher, it's very important. Always do good. Always take pictures and memories of your life. One moment you are down, another moment you are up. And when you are up, remember when you were down. You will have a lot of friends, but how many of them will help you when you are in dying need? Very few. And then remember those few ones that helped you when you were in dying need. Never forget about who has helped you to be where you are. Never forget about who was there for you when you needed help. Always do good. And those that you will help might not be able to help you, but someone will help your child. That is how life is. And that is how the beginning and the end of the life we live. Never be ungrateful to someone who has helped you. Always be good. And always choose the kind of people you call them your friends. They can make or unmake you. The friends you have can turn your life down. The friends you have can make your life better. So choose your friends and choose the kind of people you call them your friends, but never give up in life. Unless you are dead, that is when your life becomes over, and that is when your life comes to an end. If you are not dead, you still have more to prove to those that think you cannot get there. You will get there, and those that think you cannot get there will be surprised. Never give up. The last word, never give up. And always give your best wherever you find yourself, either in school, either at work, or anywhere you go. Give your best at that particular place. If nobody sees what you are doing, someone out there sees what you are doing. And if you are a footballer, wow, what an amazing message from you, Junior. I really appreciate it. Yes, Kieran Fletcher. You might never know who is watching you, and you might never know when you will have your breakthrough in life. I will take that on board and use it to help me. It means, look, Kieran Fletcher, the day I lost my job, That was the moment I realized life isn't what I think it is. But wherever I go, when I give my best, you will not see it, but the one behind you is seeing what you are doing. Have you seen the guy who came up and then you were saying, why didn't he stay? And then he passed the other side to use the elevator. He always sees me doing live stream. He one day approached me and asked me whether I'm doing live stream. And then I said, yes, it's about sports. He just gave me his phone to subscribe for me. So that is what people sees you doing. It's about what they always see you doing. And when they see you, they really appreciate seeing you live. That is always the perfect moment. Let people remember who you are. Yes, yes, very good. Let people remember who you are. And always, if even if you are not there, your good deeds will speak for itself. Thank you so much, Kieran Fletcher. And let the advice be part of whatever you do, and it will always help you. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate the love you've shown me. Stay blessed and have a blessed morning. Stay blessed and have a wonderful morning. And may the good Lord always be with you.